It's 9:14 on a Tuesday and Daniel just lost a $3,000 job. Not to a competitor. To his own email. The quote never arrived. He thinks the client ghosted him. They didn't. His invoice, his quote, his follow-up, all of it vanished before it ever reached a single inbox. Here's the signal worth watching. In 2026, Gmail and Yahoo quietly rewrote the rules for who even gets to reach a customer at all. Back in February 2024, they stopped asking nicely for email authentication. They started demanding it. And by this year, the enforcement grew real teeth. Gmail now blocks roughly 15 billion unwanted emails every single day using 3 checks, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC working together at the door. Those 3 acronyms sound like alphabet soup. But really, they're just a bouncer at the door, checking whether your email is actually from you. Together, Gmail and Yahoo control roughly half of every business email address in the US. That's not a niche you can quietly skip. So, when Daniel's quote didn't arrive, it wasn't bad luck. His domain failed the bouncer's check. The email looked sent. It just never landed. That's the cruel part. There's no bounce back, no error message, no red flag. The message simply evaporates. A perfect, silent failure. Daniel checked his sent folder right there. Delivered, it claimed. But sent and arrived are 2 completely different words now. He just didn't know it yet. Let's break down what that bouncer actually checks. In plain English, no IT degree required, no consultant on retainer. SPF is the guest list. It tells Gmail which servers are actually allowed to send email using your domain name. Anyone else gets stopped. DKIM is the wax seal. It's a cryptographic signature proving your message wasn't opened, altered, or tampered with on the way over. DMARC is the house rule. It tells inbox providers what to do when something fails the check. Ignore it, flag it, or reject it outright. For bulk senders, anyone sending 5,000 plus messages a day, all 3 are now mandatory, no exceptions, no grace period. Now you might be thinking, I don't send 5,000 emails a day. Fair enough. But here's the quiet little trap waiting for you. Your invoicing tool, your booking reminders, your newsletter, your receipts, they add up faster than you'd guess, and the rules only tighten as you grow. Bulk senders also have to support one-click unsubscribe and keep spam complaints below 0.1%. That bar is lower than it sounds. That number feels brutal. Roughly 1 complaint per 1,000 emails. But there's a reason it matters far more than just landing in the spam folder. Cross 0.3% in spam complaints and your domain becomes ineligible for Google's delivery help, then you wait 7 straight days below the line to recover. 7 days locked out. For a business running on appointment reminders and invoices, that's a full week of silence you simply cannot afford. And it compounds. Lock out for a week, your reminders stop, no-shows climb, complaints rise, and you dig the hole deeper while you're already down. So let's get practical. Here's the afternoon that fixes all of it, and it costs you nothing but a couple of hours and 1 coffee. Step 1. Go to easymark.com's lookup tool and type in your domain. It'll tell you in seconds whether you even have a record at all. If nothing shows up, or it says p:/end with no reporting address attached, that's your problem right there. You've been flying completely blind. p:/none just means monitor, do nothing. In 2026, inbox providers treat that as a starting line, not anywhere close to a finish line. So step 2. Publish a DMARC record with reporting turned on. Add RUA with your email so you finally see exactly who's sending mail as you. Pause. Here's where most founders freeze. Won't this break my email? No, monitoring mode is safe. It just watches quietly before it ever acts. Step 3. Check your SPF record for the 10 lookup limit. This single issue quietly kills more small businesses than any other in the whole stack. SPF records that need more than 10 DNS lookups simply fail. It's common the moment you stack Klaviyo, HubSpot, Zendesk, and Salesforce together. Each tool you add to send mail eats a lookup. Pile on enough of them, and your perfectly legitimate emails start failing for pure math reasons. The fix? SPF flattening or sending from a dedicated subdomain. Your email provider's support docs walk you through it, usually for free. Step 4. Confirm your DKIM key is at least 1824 bits. For anything at real scale, 2048 is the safer, sturdier call. Most email platforms, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Google Workspace, set this up for you. You just have to flip it on and verify the records stick. And before any of this, write down your sending tools first. Every app that emails on your behalf. That one list makes these steps 10 times faster. Here's the thing people miss. Your email platform handles part of this for you. But the domain level pieces, those are squarely on you. That's the exact gap Daniel fell into. Klaviyo authenticated his marketing, but his domain's DMARC was missing, so his hand-typed invoices still failed. Step 5. Set up Google Postmaster Tools. Check your spam complaint rate weekly. It's free, and it becomes your earliest possible warning system. If you ever see that rate climbing toward the limit, pause. Don't push more volume. Stop, breathe, and clean your list first. Sighs, and cleaning a list hurts. Removing contacts feels like deleting revenue, but a dead address that flags you costs far more than it ever earned. Here's why it works. When someone hits one-click unsubscribe instead of report spam, your reputation takes no hit at all. Every unsubscribe that replaces a spam complaint is a small gift to your sender reputation. Make leaving easy, and fewer people slam the panic button. So, in your platform settings, find the marketing section and confirm one-click unsubscribe is on. Most enable it by default, but verify it yourself. Now, every business is different, and you should run your specific setup by your IT person or email provider before flipping the strictest switches. This isn't financial advice, and it's not one size fits all. A solo Etsy shop and a 10-person agency authenticate differently. The principle holds, the execution is yours. But the pattern across hundreds of small businesses is hard to ignore. The ones getting through are the ones who did this boring afternoon of setup. Let's talk about the debate, because there is one. Some marketers say that 0.1% bar is unfairly low for newsletters and slow B2B cycles. Others argue the threshold is totally reachable if you build your list with real consent, not purchase contacts and 5-year-old dead leads. The fear underneath it all, do these rules protect users or quietly favor big companies with deliverability teams that small shops just can't afford? And remember, Gmail's bouncer evaluates every email before your subject line even matters. Reputation gets decided at the door, not in the copy. Here's my honest take. The rules are genuinely tough, but the fix is completely free, and it tilts the field back toward the prepared, not the well-funded. You don't need a consultant. You need an afternoon, a coffee, and your domain's DNS settings open in one quiet browser tab. Quick recap you can act on today. 1. Look up your DMARC record. 2. Publish one with reporting if it's missing. 3. Audit SPF for the 10 lookup limit. 4. Verify DKIM is on and properly sized. 5. Turn on Postmaster Tools. Do those 5 and you've cleared the bar that's silently blocking thousands of businesses right now. Most of them don't even know the test exists. Think back to Daniel. He ran that lookup. Empty, no DMARC at all. 40 minutes later, he'd published a record and switched on reporting. 2 weeks later, the reports came back. Turns out his quotes had been failing for months. Months of jobs lost to one silent, unwatched door. Within a month of the fix, his reply rate on quotes jumped. Same emails, same pricing, they just finally started actually arriving. Results vary. They always do in business. But arriving in the inbox is the floor, not the ceiling. You can't win a deal nobody ever reads. That's the real signal here. Deliverability used to be the marketing department's problem. In 2026, it's quietly become an everybody problem. Every invoice, every receipt, every sorry we missed you reply. It all runs through that exact same bouncer at the door now. If this saved you a future headache, a quick like or subscribe genuinely helps us keep digging up the signals that matter at your scale. Because this is the kind of thing nobody warns you about. Until your customers go quiet and you wrongly assume it's the market, not the mailbox. So before you blame slow sales or ghosting clients, check the mailbox. Run the test. It might not be them. It might just be the door. Here's the bigger picture. Building a resilient business isn't only landing customers, it's making sure the basics never silently fail underneath you. Email authentication is plumbing. Invisible when it works, catastrophic when it doesn't. And in 2026, the inspection just became mandatory for all of us. One last reminder. This is for educational purposes only, and it's not financial advice. Loop in a qualified advisor or your IT pro before any big changes. Run the lookup this week, spend the afternoon, then get back to the work only you can do, the work your customers are genuinely waiting to hear about.